Alright guys, in this video we're going to look at tooltips in Bootstrap 4. Now I'm sure most of you guys know what tooltips are. Basically you have an element you hover over and you have some other content basically just nicely fade in and give you some more information. Very simple, but also very nice. So we're going to go to 5_4 tooltips.html and we're going to go right down here and we're going to create a button. So let's create a button. I'll give it a class of btn primary, and let's just say tooltip. We'll say tooltip on top, and the reason I'm doing that is because we can create it so that tooltips can go top, bottom, left, right. Alright, so this one will be on top. Now we're going to give this button a special attribute of data toggle, which we've used quite a bit, and we're going to set that to tooltip. Alright, now we also want an attribute called data placement. So data dash placement, and we're going to set that to the top. Okay, we'll also give it a title. So for the title we'll say tooltip on top. And then for the text, oh, we already did the text, tooltip on top. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. Now, if I go and I hover over this, nothing happens because we actually need to initialize tooltips down in the JavaScript. So we're going to go down here, way down to the bottom, under all the other script tags, create our own script tags, and what we're going to do is initialize. We'll say init tooltips. So we're going to do some jQuery here. And we just want to get the elements with the data toggle equals tooltip, and then we'll say dot tooltip. Okay, so let's save that. Let's go back over here, and now you'll see we get our tooltip on top. So now what we'll do is we'll go back up and let's copy that button. So we'll copy that button, and then we'll go right underneath it. Let's paste it in 3 more times, and the second one here we're going to do tooltip on right. Okay, and you guys probably know what's going to go on here. We're going to say tooltip on right, and we're going to make the placement to the right. Alright, we'll also change the color of the button. Okay, so for this one we'll change it to a yellow button. Let's say tooltip bottom. Bottom, and then this one, let's say we'll make it blue, light blue. We'll say tooltip. This one will be left, and left. Alright, so let's save that. Now we have a bunch of buttons, so that's the top, the right, the bottom, and the left. Okay, so you can place it wherever you want. Now you can also put HTML in your tooltips. So what I'm going to do is copy, let's see, I'll just grab this one here, the top one, and paste that in. And then let's go into the title here, and we'll just put an H3 here. We'll just get rid of that text. We'll just say hello world. And the H3, let's put a paragraph. And we'll put some text here. I'll say lorem 4 tab, create some text, and let's save that. And whoop, that didn't work. First of all, let me put some line breaks here. Okay, now the reason that it's not working, it's not parsing the HTML because we need to add an extra attribute. So let's put that right here, and that attribute is called data-html. And we just want to set that to true. That's going to enable it to actually parse the HTML. See, there we go. So now it's parsing the H3 in the paragraph. Now we can actually trigger tooltips by JavaScript events as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go below that button we just created. I should have put a comment here. We'll say trigger with, we'll just say trigger with JS. So we'll create some buttons here. Let's say button, give it a class of btn and btn secondary. Oops. Okay, and let's see, we'll just say show tooltip. And we're going to add an on-click here. So let's say on-click, and we'll have a function called show tooltip. And then we'll go down to our JavaScript. Let's create a function, show tooltip. Okay, and then all we have to do here is, let's see, let's do the HTML. We'll focus on this one here, the one with the HTML. So I'm going to give this button here, I'm going to give it an ID of hello. Okay, so we're going to target that in this function. So we'll use a little bit of jQuery and we'll say ID hello. And then what we'll do is we're going to say dot tooltip, and we're going to pass in here show, okay, because we want to show it. So let's see, I'm going to put some line breaks right here. Actually, I'll just put an HR. And if I click that, it's going to show the tooltip from the button there, okay, because it has the ID of hello, and that's what we targeted in the function. So in addition to showing them, we can also hide them with a JavaScript function. So let's put in another button, and we'll call this one hide tooltip. Oops. So down here, let's copy this and change this to hide tooltip, and then we're just going to change this to hide. So we're still calling the tooltip function, we're just passing in hide. So show hide. And then finally we also can toggle the tooltip. So we'll copy that, and let's call this one toggle tooltip. Okay, we'll go down here and copy that. Change this to toggle. Change this to toggle. Save it, and now I can actually toggle that tooltip from this button. Okay, and it doesn't have to be from a button, it can be absolutely anywhere. We could just call this, you know, right in our JavaScript. It doesn't matter. You just know that you can trigger tooltips from JavaScript. Now the last thing I want to mention is that there are some events associated with tooltips. If you want to do something else when a tooltip fires off, you can do that. So let's say tooltip events, and what we'll do is we'll use some jQuery. We'll grab the ID of hello, and we're going to set dot on, and there's a few different events. We have show.bs.tooltip, so that'll fire off when the tooltip shows. So we're going to put another parameter, which will be a function, and then let's just do a console log. So we'll say console log tooltip show. All right, save that. Let's go hover. Actually, we need to open up our console, and there it is. Okay, so every time I hover over this, that event fires off. So I'm going to copy this, and let's paste it in again. So we also have shown. So shown BS tooltip, and we'll say tooltip shown. So that basically fires off after. So, you know, when the tooltip starts, this fires off. When it ends, that fires off. So you'll see it'll go show shown. All right, we also have hide. So we'll say hide BS tooltip. We'll say tooltip hide. And I might as well put the last one in here, which is going to be hidden. So hidden BS tooltip, and we'll say tooltip hidden. Okay, so one triggers when it starts to hide, and one triggers when it's hidden. So now you'll see that if I go over and then go out, it's going to keep firing those events off. All right, so that's pretty much all there is to tooltips, guys. In the next video, we're going to take a look at popovers.